Okay, so I wanted to do a story time. I've been wanting to do this story time for the longest, and my previous story time, like the way it's like blowing up, has really inspired me to just go ahead and do this one. I'm not ashamed of anything from my past that has happened because I have grown so much from the things that I've been through, and I don't know, you just never know who your experience is helping or just simply entertainment, like whatever, I don't care. Okay, so this story time is crazy. So this story time is about how my live-in boyfriend at the time brought his sneaky link to my house to fight me. Yes, y'all heard that correct. Okay, so I had my boyfriend. We were together for 6 years, and it was one of those relationships that I would classify myself as a little slow. Like, I was a little bit of an idiot. I stayed longer than I definitely should have. He just was like a serial cheater all the time. And the days leading up to him doing what he did, bringing a girl to our house to fight, he was acting different. So he basically chose up with this girl. Like, he met this girl and he was really feeling her, and he was in his head thought he was ready to choose up. So with that being said, so like the things that he was doing, like before, or if y'all want me to get into those details, like, oh, what was the signs and stuff like that, I'll do that in a separate video. But basically, he was acting funny. This was around 4th of July. We normally spend like all the holidays together. We do everything together. But this particular holiday, he was like super adamant about doing something separate. So I was like distraught. Like, just make a long story short, I was like what? You don't want to spend like 4th of July together? Like, why are you acting like that? Like, I was really, really hurt by it. So he ended up saying like, well, if I stay here at the house with you, like, don't say nothing to me. I don't want to, like, we not finna be kikiing, having a good time. Like, and so he made me basically feel like I was putting him in a miserable situation by asking him to spend time with me or be with me on 4th of July or whatever. So, you know, my pride at the end of the day is gonna be like, well, then don't stay. Like, go where you really want to go. Like, you see me clearly hurt and you still like choosing to be this way. Okay, go do what you really, really want to do. And when I gave him that green, there was no hesitation. Like, he immediately was like, okay, I'll see you later. So I eventually got over it. I was in nobody's mood to go anywhere, which I probably should have. And he ended up texting me. And as soon as he texted me, I called him like right away. Like, okay, you texted me, let me call you. So when I call him, first red flag, he's not answering. So mind you, he just texted me, and you're not answering none of my calls because I called him a couple of times. Then he eventually starts texting me back, and he's like, oh, I can't talk right now, or something he was saying, but it was like obviously bogus. Like, it was just a big red flag for me, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was just feeling some type of way. And at the time, we only had one car, and he took the car. So mind you, what he was telling me his plans is he was going to his best friend's house. So at this point, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, if you just with your best friend, why you not answering my calls? So this is when the crazy girl starts to come out. So I decided, I was like, okay, I'm gonna catch an Uber and we could talk in person. So I get in an Uber 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I pull up to his best friend's house. Nobody's there, nobody's answering the door. I don't see the car, whatever, and I'm just like, what the heck? So I end up eventually, like, I'm texting him like, what's going on? He not answering none of my texts, none of my calls, nothing. Like, he's completely like ghosted at this point. And I'm like, okay, let me go home, it's late. Like, I'm literally standing outside clown shit, oh my gosh, I'm literally standing outside his best friend's house by myself in the middle of the night, and I'm trying to call another Uber, like, or order another Uber, and it was so late that Uber was like, yeah, we can't find a driver for you right now. Like, you're gonna have to try again later. So that was my like green light, like, oh, for him to like answer my call. Like, I screenshotted and I'm like, look, I'm stranded, I'm here at such and such house, I'm stranded, I need you to like come and get me now. Like, okay, now I'm gonna get your attention this way. Just horrible. So he was like, he finally his number finally called me, but a female answers, and she's just like, hello, so we hate for you to find out like this, but you know, he doesn't want to be with you anymore, we're together, and we can like really do this, like keep it real, pretty much amicable and like classy, or we could go another route, but I'm willing to have him come pick you up if you're really stranded, but don't get crazy. Like, girl, it was crazy. Like, and I'm just like confused, like not even confused, just hurt. Like, oh, I was just filled with so many emotions. And so I'm going off on him, like trying to get a hold of him. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, what the heck? This how you do me? Like, we live together. And he's in the background, like, he was really choosing up, y'all. Like, he was just like, F-U-B. Like, don't nobody want to be with you. Like, shut the F up. Like, I'm gone. Da-da-da. Like, and so I'm just hurt. Like, I'm just like, damn, can I get a little sympathy? Like, I know you did what you did, but damn, like, can you sympathize with a bitch? So then eventually, like, I'm still trying to order an Uber at this point. And eventually an Uber situation comes through. Thank God she was a female. Like, it was nothing funny, nothing sketchy, even though it was super late and super dangerous. And I tell him, like, I'm going to the house. Like, you get your stuff. Like, you could go, da-da-da. So it was so long ago. So I'm trying to, like, just really give y'all the grits and potatoes of the story. But he ends up pulling up to the house. And so initially he didn't bring this girl that he was with to the door. But me and him, he come in the house and he just like, we just get into it like real bad. Like real bad. I ain't gonna tell y'all, like, because I don't know like what I can say, what I can't say or whatever. But yeah, we get into it like real bad. And so all of a sudden, it's a knock at the door, and I open the door, and it's the girl. It is the girl at my door, like summoning my nigga, like, okay, babe, let's go. Like, you got all your stuff? Oh my God. So literally this situation turns into like 2 against 1, like not physically, but just like verbiage. Like, it was just me against these two. So she's like, open the door, babe. Like, babe, open the door. And so he goes to the door to open it, like unlock it and let her in. And I push her, like, get out of my house. Like, what's going on in your head? Like, girl, you better back up. And he like, no, you need to move. She coming in because she finna help. This story is so triggering because I just, the amount of like healing. Okay, y'all, so this is part 2 of how my boyfriend at the time, my live-in boyfriend, brought his sneaky link to our house and we ended up fighting. So basically, so he ended up letting her in the house and we fought like 2 times, and it was just a really fucked up experience or a fucked up situation because, you know, he was really like giving her that ammo to let her think that it was okay. Like, at least if he was like, nah, like, don't disrespect her, don't put your hands on her, like, get out, like, let's just keep it separate and cool, you know, like, it wouldn't have gone as far as it did. But he wanted to, like, it was like he wanted to hurt me, and I never done anything to this man to make him like feel like he had to take it as far as he did. Like, I've never done nothing to him. Like, you would have thought like I did some shit, and I wish I did at the time, because I'm like, damn, you just like dog walked me. not dog walk me literally, but figuratively, like emotionally. So, so the girl, she like comes in, me and her fight. She gets on FaceTime like with one of her homegirls, because she still is like feeling ammo and like confident enough to just be sitting in my house waiting for her nigga. And so, she like, I'm yelling, like, mind you, it's kind of hard to tell the story because it's so old, but I'm like going off on him, I'm going off on her. I'm like, you a weird bitch, like, get the fuck out of my house, da da da. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all on some other stuff. And so I end up firing on her again. So then she don't leave again, and so I end up calling the police. I don't care what nobody say about me calling the police, because baby, I don't have to explain myself to nobody. I called the motherfucking police. So then, like, mind you, I'm still like trying to get a hold of my family. It's so early in the morning that nobody's really answering my calls right now. But eventually I do get a hold of my family. And my mom, like, she's pissed. Sister pissed. My sister pull up. She pregnant with her, her child's father. Like, and everybody on 10. But at this point, he's already gone. The police ends up coming. They escort him out. They tell him, like, just take what's yours, because he was trying to be funny and take TVs and stuff. And they was like, no, like, if she's saying that's hers, handle it civilly, but like, in civil court, but like, just take what you know is yours, like, stop playing. And so, I remember, like, this story is so sad. I remember when he was leaving, I forgot he had that gate remote to the condo we was staying in, and I wanted it back, because I don't want you and your girl to just be pulling up willy-nilly again like y'all did, because y'all on some other stuff. Like, no. So I ended up running outside, and I was telling the police, because they escorted them out, and I was like, they have my gate key and I want my gate key. And so when the police like went to their window, to the car window, he was like, oh, you need to give her a gate key. And he like just threw it at me. It was just crazy. He just threw it at me like, here, like, get your shit. Like, don't nobody give a fuck about none of this shit. And yeah, and it was just like, I think the hardest part through everything was just watching him like just drive off, and I'm just like, my world just crashed down like in a matter of like minutes, like, it was just crazy. And I didn't even tell y'all, like, he like was kissing her in front of me and stuff. Like, he really was like antagonizing me and using her to do it, and she really was like falling for it, like falling for him. She really thought like he chose up and this was her nigga, like. And he just, I'm telling you, y'all would think I did something to him. I did not do nothing to this man. I don't know why he took it this far. I don't know why he did this. To this day, I don't know, and I don't care to know. So fast forward, so mind you, I told you, like it was, everybody just came to my house. Like, everybody pulled up, they hit him up. I'm sure y'all can imagine how it went once everybody got word like what happened. And so everybody pulls up to my house, and like, they just trying to make me feel better. It was a lot. I'm like getting my little sippy sip on, and he ends up texting me like on some like I am so like so sorry, like, not saying I was falling for it, but he was like super apologetic, right? So first thing came to my mind, like, immediately, I'm being petty. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna show the girl that he's like trying to come back. And so I sent it to her, and she was like, he just texted you that? That's crazy, because he's with me here at the house right now. And I was like, girl, what did you expect? What did you expect? Like, did you really? And she was like, he just really was telling me like he didn't fuck with you no more, and you wouldn't let the relationship go, which was not true, because I don't have a problem saying like, yeah, he didn't want to be with me and I wanted to be with him. Like, the shit is over and done with. Like, I'm gonna be transparent. And that was never the case. Like, he never vocalized any of this stuff to me. And she had whatever ideas she had in her head, at the end of the day, it never justifies what she did. And she ended up sending me this long book apologizing to me. And I just went in on her. I was like, fuck you. Yeah, so that's like the real like synopsisized version of it, because I really don't want this to turn into like 4 and 5 parts of a story time. But if y'all do have questions, like y'all wondering like, well, how did this happen, like what like, let me know, and I will definitely like try to give like a more in-depth explanation as to like how things happen. But you know, like, ladies, y'all going through anything out here with these men, don't let these men play with y'all like in y'all time. You guys are beautiful. We are beautiful queens, and we deserve better. And we will meet our husbands if we haven't already. Yeah, so that's like the real like synopsisized version of it, because I really don't want this to turn into like 4 and 5 parts of a story time. But if y'all do have questions, like y'all wondering like, well, how did this happen, like what like, let me know, and I will definitely like try to give like a more in-depth explanation as to like how things happen. But you know, like, ladies, y'all going through anything out here with these men, don't let these men play with y'all like in y'all time. You guys are beautiful. We are beautiful queens, and we deserve better. And we will meet our husbands if we haven't already. So that situation, it was really traumatizing, and it took me a long time. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it took me a long time to truly heal from that. And when I say heal from it, I don't mean like years later I was still like harping on that situation, but there was just something in me that changed, and I was just attracting like the wrong type of people, the wrong type of energy. Like, I wasn't the most, I'm not gonna say I wasn't a good person, but I was just making like poor life decisions, and I didn't have many like boundaries. There was not much value that I saw in myself, so I really didn't care about like who I would talk to, just didn't care. And all of that really stemmed from traumatic experiences. And I knew that in order for me to heal, I was gonna have to face everything head on and realize the role that I was playing in a lot of the things that was happening to me, because that wasn't the only thing that happened to me, even after that situation. And so, as cliche as it sounds, I know like people probably feel like, oh, you're just saying that because it sounds good or it's what you're supposed to say. But honestly, my relationship with God is what kept me and what saved me. And then I did go to therapy. I went to therapy for about a year, and I had this black therapist. She was a female, and when I tell you, she was just like my human diary, and things that I've never talked about out loud, things that I never really realized about myself until like I started peeling back a lot of layers in therapy, and you know, and just building that relationship with God, going to church, praying, meditating, reading my Bible and stuff. Like, I just realized how unhealed I was, and how much like work needed to be done. And I put in the work, and I can honestly say it's been like a year and a half, 2 years since I've like really like have just really changed and set boundaries, because I think that was like the biggest thing, is that I really didn't have any boundaries like that. What I was gonna say though is, you know, the funny thing about healing, I saw where even though you heal, so the last thing that I was trying to say real quick is, the funny thing about healing is, healing doesn't mean that you don't still get triggered. It doesn't mean that these experiences don't exist. It doesn't mean they didn't affect you at one point or another. all it means is that the way you respond to things is just totally different than how you would respond to things before you were unhealed. I do still get like, I have my like moments where I'm like, yeah, this is looking like something in my past. But the way like I like dissect things and analyze things before I speak and respond, and trust me, like it goes a long way, and it saves you a lot of energy, a lot of wasted energy. So that's it, like pretty much. That's how I got through it, just prayer and therapy. God and therapy. And yeah, and anybody going through the same thing, you could do it too.